Well, I love seeing them as mature men, family members, husbands, and raising their families. That's really exciting to me. And, I knew them all as what I still call kids, and I still think of them as kids, but they're not kids anymore. So it's fun. And I've stayed in touch with a lot of them anyway, so it makes it even more fun now to see them and be here with them. Yeah.
Mike Jones says you give him some advice about being a head coach.
Oh, yeah. I stay in touch with Mike for a lot of reasons. Yeah, I stay in touch with Mike, and I used to try to come and help him raise money when he was coaching at Lincoln University, and now he's here in high school. But anyway, I stay in touch with Mike.
It's one thing to have this championship team. It's another thing to have an exciting greatest show on turf. But it's another to have so much character. That team just had great people, didn't it?
Well, it didn't happen by accident. Of the Super Bowl game, there was 4 guys that started on defense that were here when we took over, and there were 4 guys on offense that were here when we took over. So, of our personnel department, Charlie Armory, John Becker, Jay Zigman, everyone, they did a great job with the personnel. And our staff did a great job evaluating personnel to bring the right people here.
That was your one Super Bowl title. Was it your favorite team of all time, too? I mean, you had so many lovely teams.
Well, that Philadelphia team was really close to me. A lot of them still live there. I coached them for 7 years. We had no first or second round pick, or first, second, or third round pick my first year, no first, second, or third round pick the second year, no first or second the third year, and win their playoffs in the third years. So you really develop an intense bond. And there were 12 kids that were there when we took the team that ended up playing the Super Bowl 5 years later. And they all still live in Philadelphia, so I see them more often. So I'd have to say I'm really close to that. I'm closer to that team.
We're doing a series on our TV station called In an Instance, where was there, in an instance, one moment that you had in your life that changed the course of your life? Whether it was as a young man or as a young coach, a bit of advice, where this instance maybe changed the way you lived or changed the way you coached?
Well, I think it was a high school coach. Bill Wood, his first year as a high school coach in a high school with 130 kids. I was a quarterback my senior year, and he came there as a head coach. And when the season's over, he told me, you could play college football if you wanted to. But no one ever told me that, especially a little high school like. And I had no dreams of going to college. I was going to stay. My dad was going to build a new garage, the Vermeil and Sons garage, okay? And he stimulated me football-wise, and he said, you haven't done anything in high school. You're going to have to go to junior college and catch up, which I did. But his motivation and his example of what he was as a person stimulated the hell out of me, and I sort of wanted to emulate him. And so I started thinking about being a football coach because I loved the game. But I'd say if any one thing turned my life, it would be that.
So if he doesn't tell you that, you're working with your dad as a mechanic, and you're not...
Probably. I would say at maybe 60-40 I would have been doing. I wanted to be a race driver. I wanted to drive race cars. My dad was in auto racing. He's in the Sprint Car Hall of Fame. I wanted to drive his sprint cars and better ones as a kid because all of my dad's friends were in auto racing. And so I thought that because it was exciting to me. It still is. I just went to the races named after my dad in the Nap Valley last Saturday night. So, but fortunately, I got the inspiration and the great example from a guy named Bill Wood.
Wow. Okay, some quick ones before we let you go. You can't hedge on any of these. Could you coach an NFL game right now?
Yes.
One member of the 99 Rams team that you'd want protecting your family?
Protect him, Orlando Pace. That's easy.
That's good. You're a single man, but one member of the 99 team that would help you meet girls the easiest?
I would say it's probably Marshall Falk.
Dick Vermeil in a word. How would you describe yourself in a word?
In one word?
Yeah.
Compassionate.
No football in this world, you would have done what?
Driven race cars.
Number of times you've watched the 99 Super Bowl?
Twice.
Really? Only twice? Why?
I never have gone back and watched things like that. Television shows I've been on, broadcasts I've been on, TV commercials I've done. I don't like seeing myself. I don't read articles I'm in and been interviewed. I stay away from all that stuff.
Finally, we were asking all the players this. Who was Dick Vermeil's pet? The player that could do no wrong in your eye. Who was that on the 99 Rams?
99 Ram, I'd probably have to say maybe London Fletcher.
Somebody gets that, yeah. Why Fletcher?
Because he was such an inspiration to me. He was to defense what Kurt was to offense. And the quarterback gets it all anyway once he gets going. And they both came up the same way. No one expected London Fletcher to end up playing 16, 17 years in the league. No one expected Kurt Warner to be the most valuable player in the league. And both of those guys really they inspire me. I didn't inspire them.
What's your recommendation for people watching this that say, how come Dick Vermeil hasn't aged? How do you stop the aging process?
Well, I think first you've got to respect what it takes to stay healthy, and that's exercise and work out. I very seldom work out less than 3 times a week. I'm doing the same routine at 83 years old that I was doing when I left the Rams. Same bench press routine, same physical exercises and everything else. I haven't lost any strength. I can't think, can't remember, can't see, and can't pee. Other than that, I'm doing great.